Hey guys, I've got a 10 things to do list before every ride. And since we're entering that season, I think it would be good to have a refresher. And for you new riders, be good to know what you're supposed to check before every ride. Number 1 on the list is leaks. You want to check anything and everything that can possibly leak. This includes your oil. So check your oil filter, make sure there's no oil residue coming out of the oil filter. Check your oil drain plug, make sure there's no oil residue coming out of that. You want to check all your brakes. Make sure there's no brake fluid leaking. Check your brake hoses, front and rear. You also want to check your brake reservoirs. Make sure there's no leaks coming out of the cap. Make sure the brake lines don't have any leaks. You want to make sure there's no coolant leaks. So you want to check your radiator, check the hoses. Make sure there's nothing leaking out of your coolant. Check your reservoir. Make sure there's no coolant leaks. You want to check your gas. Best way to check that's just sniff. Make sure you don't smell any gas because gas evaporates quickly. Next thing you want to do is check your tires. Make sure there's no holes or any deformations in them. You want to check your tire pressures. Make sure it's set properly. You want to make sure your bike starts and that the kill switch works properly. You want to check your sprockets and chain and make sure they look good. The front sprocket may be difficult to look at. If that's the case, the rear usually mimics the front. You want to check your chain slack. Make sure it looks good. You want to check your lights. This includes your, if you have them, your daylights. You want to check your signals. Both front and rear, left and right. Check your taillights. Check that your brake light works on your hand lever and your rear brake pedal. Make sure your headlights work. You want to check your fluid levels. Not everyone has a gas gauge, so if you have to, look in the tank. You want to check your brake fluid. The fluid levels are correct. You want to check your engine coolant level. Make sure it's correct. You want to check your oil level. Make sure it's correct. You want to check your suspension. Make sure it rebounds and comes up properly. You want to check your controls, your clutch lever, your brake lever, your horn. Make sure your throttle snaps back. Now, the last 2 items on the list are kind of extras, but number 9 is batteries. If you take your GoPro or you have a GPS, phone, airbag vests, comms, any of those things, make sure your batteries are fully charged before you head out. And last and final thing on the list is your gear. Make sure your helmet doesn't show any signs of damage. Make sure all your gear is accounted for, fits properly. One thing I have found after the winter is you gotta look out for stink bugs in your boots or spiders. So make sure no critters have nested in there. But otherwise, once you've checked all these things, you're good to go for a ride. Go out there, have fun, stay safe, and keep 2 on the ground. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. I will try and answer everyone's questions as soon as possible. If there's anything you'd like to see, any tips, tricks, techniques, anything at all motorcycle related, please let me know. I do these videos for you, so anything that you would like to see, I am more than happy to do it. If you like this video, please click that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and click the bell to notify you whenever a new video drops. Thank you again. Ride safe and keep the rubber side down.